Okay, so I got a few questions about how to install Black and White One, and I've helped a few people in Discord. But I'm just gonna make a video just kind of help ease the process. So, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna start with uninstalling and cleaning out Black and White One. If you've already have it installed, you have to do kind of like a cleanup process to make sure that there's no overlap. All right, so um, probably the first thing that you should do is uninstall the patches. There is a tool for that on blackandwhitegame.net that Lionhead Studios released. It's right here. So again, like I said in Black and White 2 videos, if you have Firefox with the Origin add-on installed, you won't see any of these ads and stuff. But anyway, so you'll download the patch uninstaller, right? And then once you have the patch uninstaller, you'll go ahead and run it. So this is gonna revert Black and White 1 back to its original CD version. You'll say yes, and then it'll give you this. Patches are successfully removed or removed successfully, and you'll hit finish. So the next thing that we're gonna do is uninstall Black and White 1. Um, so you can do this, by going to your mounted CD, running the auto run. It'll pop up with the black and white, the black and white menu, and then you'll just run the uninstaller. Click yes. It'll go through and uninstall everything. All right. So now when we open it back up, say installation setup. So we'll close that, and then we're going to go to our C drive. Go wherever you had Black and White One installed. For me, I had it installed in programs, and I know you're not supposed to install it in programs. For me, it worked, but yeah. So you go into wherever you had it installed, and then just go ahead and delete that folder completely. All right. So now that we have both the folder deleted and the game uninstalled, we're going to do one more final check. We're going to head over to Registry Editor. Be very careful in Registry Editor. You don't want to delete something that is a core part of a program or your system. So the path in Registry Editor is going to be H key local machine, then software, while 6432 node, and then you'll scroll down until you see lineheadstudios.ltd. I don't have lineheadstudios.ltd because it took it out already, but you want to come here and check and make sure that it was completely removed. Next place you want to go is H key current user, which is here, then software, then lineheadstudios.ltd. You'll see that it's right here. So we're going to go in black and white 1. You can see that all this still exists. So we can go ahead and delete this registry key or this registry entry. You can delete Linehead Studios Ltd. Um, it's not going to hurt it. Honestly, if you delete the Linehead Studios Ltd, then you know it's gone, right? So delete it out of this part of the registry. All right. So the next thing you want to do is restart your computer. The reason why we restart our computer is just to make sure that any registry updates or anything that we've deleted is fully applied, and we want to make sure that we kind of start fresh, right? All right. So once we uninstall the game, and once we've restarted the computer, once we've uninstalled the game, once we've uninstalled the patches, we checked our registry, and then we restarted our computer. Now we're going to start the install process over. So find your ISO and then mount it like normal. Let's run it. All right. So for here, we're going to choose a different destination location, right? So right now, it's going to C programs files. We don't want it to go there. I've found that the most reliable way is by installing it to my desktop. So I'll just make a directory for this. We're going to leave out spaces and special characters or anything like that. I mean, I don't think you can use special characters and create a new folder, but we're going to leave out spaces, right? We just want it to be one singular word. All right. So now that we have our location set to the desktop, to that folder that we've created, I need to go down one. There we go. Hit next. Then you'll leave this alone. Hit next and let that install. Typically, you'll have to put in your CD key. Um, if you've had black and white one installed on your computer before, you shouldn't have to put in your CD key. If you do, just go ahead and put it in. All right. So now we have black and white one on our computer. We can try to run it. Okay, so we're gonna get this. Please log in as an administrator. All right, so we know it doesn't work. So now we're gonna apply the patches. Okay, so there's a couple of patches that you can install. Again, um, coming from black and white 2, it's the same place, black and white game, and then you go into black and white 1 and then patches and scroll down to the bottom. You have version 1.1, version 1.2, then version 1.3, and then you have the unofficial 1.42 patch. So you're not going to actually install version 1.3. You're going to skip that. It's going to be 1.1, 1.2, straight to the 1.42 patch. So download these two, and then download this one. So each patch that we run, we're going to run it as administrator. Click yes. Oh, and then we're going to make sure that it's going to the right location. So this is where we installed black and white. It should do it automatically. If it doesn't, just hit browse and then point it to the right destination folder. Hit next, and then we'll finish installing. Okay, so from here, you have a couple of other patches that you can run. These are found on the same page. They're black and white villager banter, and then black and white football add-on. So you'll install villager banter first, and I believe black and white. I believe black and white football add-on needs the 1.2 patch. So you'll wait until you install the 1.2 patch before you install that. So click next, click finish. All right, and then we're going to run our black and white version 1.2 patch. Run it as administrator, click yes. No to the README, and then make sure it's going to the correct destination folder. Click next. Then click finish. All right, now we're done applying the official patches, and then we'll run the football add-on, which is also an official patch. Let that install. You see that it's been installed. Click finish. And now lastly, we have to install um, the fan patch for 1.42. So we'll also run this as a admin. Next, I agree. Make sure it's going to the right location. Click next. Click install. Installation is complete. And then we'll run the configuration tool. So for the configuration tool, you're going to have to play with this a little bit. You'll have to go through various ones. Um, just because most of the time it's not going to work the first time, right? So we'll try this 1920 by 1080 because I think my resolution is just a little bit higher than that. That's the highest resolution. So save and quit. All right. Now, when you install the game and you run the configuration tool, if it doesn't work, the configuration tool doesn't work, and you're noticing a bunch of artifacts, or you're noticing that the screen size ain't correct, so you just go back into your, sorry, not here. If you notice that your screen size isn't correct, then you'll just go into your install folder where you have black and white installed. You'll scroll down here to your setup. Right here is where your configuration. Right here's where your configuration menu is. So if you need to change it for any reason, this is where you go to change it. Okay, so let's go ahead and run our game. Okay, so we can see that it's running. It's running the intro. We'll escape, skip the intro, go through the loading screen, and now we can start playing. So now that we know that black and white one is running, there are a few just a few troubleshooting steps that we'll go through for those who may still be experiencing issues. The first one is save data. So if you save, or if you install the game outside of your C drive, or not outside your C drive, everything is on your C drive. But if you install the game outside of your C drive directory or your program's files, and you're still experiencing issues with save data, what you can do is you can go into here where you've installed the game, right click on run black.dll.exe, go to properties, go into compatibility, and then down here you'll see this option to run as administrator, and check that. I already have it checked because I was goofing off, and I had to re-record this part. But um, just make sure that's checked, hit apply, and then okay, and you're good. So now every time that you try to run black and white, it's always going to pop up asking for admin privileges, and you'll hit yes. Okay. So the next thing that you might have a problem with on newer computers with newer graphics cards, this desktop that I'm working on is running a 1080, but for example, my laptop is running like a 40 something, and it's a newer graphics card, and I noticed that whenever I installed it on my new laptop, that the game had weird artifacts and it was completely unplayable. You couldn't see what was going on. So to fix that, you can come in here. I'll link this down below, but this is a DLL file that you'll download, and whenever you download it, you'll put it inside your install directory. So just go down to release, your releases, and then click the first one, ddraw compact 0.0 or 0.60, and download that. It'll come in like a little zip file. You'll take it out of the zip, and then you'll just place it right here inside your downloads, or inside your install directory. And then that should fix the artifact issues. Okay, so I'm going to add this in because I didn't do it, but audio, I noticed during my playback I didn't have any music playing in the game. So what we'll do is we will go to our black and white ISO, and we'll copy over our audio files, paste those, and now our audio files should be in here. Let's check. Yep, everything's in there. So now if we run the game, we should hear audio from we should hear music. During the intro. All right. So now that we know that the audio is working properly, I don't know if you could hear it because I have audio turned down for desktop in OBS, like all the way down because that game is super freaking loud on startup, and there's no way to turn the volume down without turning the whole system volume down. But so now that we know that our audio is working, everything works, we're good. The last thing that we can talk about is draw distance. So there is a mod on blackandwhitegame.net called, I think it's called Infinite Draw Distance mod. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. So the version 1.42 Infinite Draw Distance 1.42. So you can install this. Basically, it just makes it so there's less pop in for specifically villagers. Whenever you zoom in, you'll see villagers popping in, um, or they might show up as like a little black line on the screen or on the map as you're zoomed all the way out. And the way to fix that is by installing this mod right here. It's pretty straightforward. Just follow the install instructions right here, and you should be good. If you have any problems or any questions, let me know, and then I'll see if I can help. If you had a previous save file for black and white that is no longer working, I'm looking into that and trying to resolve that. And then I'll let you know if I figure anything out. I'm pretty sure it might be unrecoverable, but I'm still working on it, and I'm sure there might be a way, somehow, some way, to get that save file back. Um, but yeah, if you have any problems, just message me on Discord or shoot me a comment, and then I'll try my best to help. Okay, so that's basically everything for black and white. Now, black and white creature owl is basically the same thing. I don't have the ISO on my computer, but you'll mount the ISO, install the game, and then there's a patch for black and white creature owl. Just install that patch. It's in the same area that you get the other patches on blackandwhitegame.net. And then that's really all it needs to get installed and running.